It's time to get over how that person did you wrong and focus on learning how to trust yourself again. On this week's Fail Friday, we're going to talk about the failure of discernment and its effects. So, when you experience a betrayal from anyone you've held in high regard or you were close to, one of the things that we often neglect discussing is how it affects our perceptions of ourselves. If I chose you in whatever capacity and I think that you're good, I think that you're kind, I think that you're trustworthy, and somehow you become the complete opposite of that thing, outside of what it says about you, what does it say about my picker and my ability to judge and my ability to walk away and how I discern others? And when we don't focus on how our decisions have made us feel and how we're going to move forward, we can end up in situations where we just end up blaming the other person, not taking any accountability. And then we keep experiencing the same type of situation over and over again with different faces. And that's when we get into the, oh, nobody's trustworthy, I don't have friends, all men are trash, whatever it is, instead of looking at the fact that, oh, what is it about me that chooses these types of people? What do I find attractive about them, and where are my boundaries? Because one of the things I've also noticed is that usually the straw that breaks the camel's back isn't the first straw. The thing is just that when those other straws are being piled up on our back, we're like, ah, it's a minor infraction. Oh, it's not a big deal. And we excuse and grace away things that we should have actually spoke about. And then we end up in situations where it's not a blind side fully because we've kind of been letting things slide. So the lesson here is that you need to take time to trust yourself again. Yes, you made a mistake with the judgment call you've had about somebody, but that doesn't mean that every single person you encounter, you're making that same mistake. So, how you really deal with this is that you sit back and you assess it honestly. Like, what are my weaknesses when it comes to people? Where does my grace become self betrayal? What are the types of instances where I tend to not speak up, even though I know I should, because I don't want to make other people uncomfortable and I would rather be uncomfortable? And when we look at all of these things honestly, you end up with an appropriate assessment of yourself that allows you in the future to be able to trust yourself because now you see the signs a little bit better, so that when these things happen, if it's a similar pattern, you can easily see it and deal with it. So be kind to yourself. Learn to trust yourself again. Not everybody is bad. There are a lot of great people in the world, and I'll speak to you next Friday.